Ooh, and this is a hero we actually haven't seen it. In SA, it was first pick hero for a bit.
All right, stacking really important now.
Yes,
Super
like
important.
Dude, this is a fast lineup. And I think, I don't know if you guys agree, but I think fast Dota wins Dota more than like trying to sit back and farm, right? Like if you're the aggressor, you win a lot more of the time. I don't know.
Yeah, the question is, do they leave the Ember mid because it's kind of like a decent matchup for Ember, or do they go for the hard counter with like a Monkey King type hero on the Alchemist?
I like Monkey. I always like Monkey King though. I think Monkey King Ember is perfectly okay. You do put the Monkey King middle. Ember is fine in the safe lane, right?
Yeah, I think it would do just fine against the Beastmaster, but it might be too much physical damage early on with the Shadow Shaman Beastmaster. I feel like you could just put the Ember mid, but let's see what they do. They go Terrorblade. That's a really good carry against Beastmaster because he's all physical damage. And then you're also a really good carry against Alchemist. I guess it's not nearly as good as it used to be because your reflection doesn't work on illusions.
Yeah.
But it's just one of those timings where Terrorblade can take all of your buildings before you get your Radiance. So he can usually kill all your tier 1s, where in most lineups, the mid laner's responsible for shutting down Terrorblade's early pushing.
Yeah.
So Terrorblade usually just spends it all AFKing in the jungle farming, but you don't actually have to do that against Alchemist. But at the same time, they have Shadow Demon against you, so that kind of goes...
Isn't that weird? Because you disrupt his illusion and then you get really strong TP yourself.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's going to be... There's like two sides to this coin about this Terrorblade. It's good against two of their heroes, but really bad against the supports.
And it's your 5. You're forcing, right, your 5 captain into making that decision. Do I get this cool Terrorblade or do I save it to save my teammate, right? Like, you do force him to make a decision
There's
there.
not too much to save his teammates from as of now.
Yeah. I guess TB is really, like you said, it's really nice against Alk. The timing of it matches up really well. Alk gets shredded at all points of the game. Like, you never feel terrible about playing TB against this hero.
And yeah, Alk, other than the Radiance burn, literally does no damage because it's his acid spray is physical, his concoction is physical.
Yeah.
And you have like 30, 40 armor on Terrorblade.
Did you
I
like
think
that
I just
meta?
want another fast hero at that point.
What?
I was just going to ask Brian if you like that meta, playing carry with TB in it.
I liked it not when he was first pick every game. I like when Terrorblade's a good 3rd, 4th pick. There's been some metas, and I think that's really good around Terrorblade because he's a hero that you constantly have to concern yourself with in the draft. Like, if you don't account for him, he just beat you if they pick it. But if you can still pick it in, like, a decent Terrorblade game. I think he's a little too weak right now, and then there's obviously that one patch that he was just stupid. So Terrorblade's a hard hero to balance, just like a lot of scaling, right-clicking heroes in the game.
BSJ, do you think you could pass me my red solo cup? Or however the song goes over there?
Yes.
Yes,
I can do that just for you, buddy.
I appreciate it. Or you could just pass it to him.
Okay, I was ready to get
It was a general, the
Makes the
train.
dream work.
Indeed.
I was going to say no to that, but then you just had such a beautiful singing voice. I feel like you kind of just lulled me into submission there.
No problem. They did me and Naga Siren dated. That's a whole nother story, too, though. She taught me quite a few tricks of the trade.
You tell us a bit about her lore later, you know?
Yeah, I will. So what do you take last then? Complexity, you've got this Alchemist who's probably going to go middle. What kind of carry do you want to pair with Alchemist against a TB?
More mid-game-esque type one. So you could go, let's see, you don't know your lane matchup yet. I think that's a big deal. Just know your lane matchup because you don't want your safe lane to become... The way they invade mid is by taking your safe lane tower and then invading mid. So it's actually really important to protect your Alchemist by picking a carry that's not going to lose his tower or that's not going to have to leave his lane. So most notably, just pick a lane counter to whatever they're picking, and ideally speaking, it's going to be decent against Terrorblade. But all the heroes like Morphling are banned out. Yeah. They do ban out Ursa, which isn't good versus Terrorblade, but I do like with Alk as a combination in terms of a carry hero. But let's just see what they pick first. Here. Yeah, I'm always.
I think I just want another fast hero. Those heroes are like Centaur, Pango.
Well. Hello, Timbersaw. We just had a couple words about you, my friend.
That's why they banned Ursa.
Yeah, and so are they gonna put it in the Alchemist lane? Is it better matchup than Ember Spirit's matchup?
I mean, it's an absolute free farm for Timbersaw, but the problem is you don't take the Alk's tower.
Yeah, so they're probably putting Timbersaw against Beastmaster and their aggro.
I could see that. Both are options. I think they're giving themselves the option to do either. Oh, I like that pick.
Oh,
I like that pick a lot. That's actually such a good pick.
Wait, what is this?
14 tacos.
Is this actually 14 tacos? Oh my, okay,
Do you really think you can eat all those in one go?
I believe after this game, I will make the effort, and I do believe
Hype.
I can do it. Yes, I think it will take me at least 10 to 15 minutes, though.
Ken, you think you can eat those 14? No, no chance.
Y'all are Cap. Do you
I believe in.
No, you're good.
Sorry. I believe in you, Grant.
That BSJ.
I do too, man.
People used to forget I was quite the little chunk nugget as a kid.
Aw.
I can put in some food into the belly.
I
As a
know you
kid,
got
huh?
a belly
I appreciate
going,
that,
Grant.
dude. Getting the food delivered right to you. Thank you, Uber Eats. Let me kiss that. So Pope of Pestilence is now here. Do you guys like it?
No, no.
Pope of Pestilence. I actually love that
Dude,
pick.
we just went over the lore yesterday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we did. So who are you guys taking? Is Cole leaving this tournament, or are we going to see him have a chance possibly in tiebreakers?
I think that Kookaburra is going to do it.
I think it's a cool pick from Complexity.
But
And? Or
Oh,
but?
sorry. I actually
But-
got lost in thought because I thought it was gonna fail, but then I also see Timbersaw, and Timbersaw fails way too often.
Timber loses a lot of games.
Timber loses a lot of games.
But I think this might be...
But they've got Ember Spirit and Timbersaw against. Like, you don't like the Reaper Scythe as Timbersaw, but you still have lots of magic damage coming out from the Ember Spirit.
You have a
on
lot of magic
Necrophos.
res, too.
oh no!
You're going to go, like, pipe. You're going to go pipe plus, like, what's that item?
Never mind.
You're going to go pipe plus...
Sort of Holy Locket.
yeah, you'll go, like, Lotus and you'll be fine.
And who puts the damage on you to get you below half in the first place?
Yeah, it's actually kind of complicated. I think that Kookaburra is going to knock Cole out right now. We're going to see our... Sorry, BSJ, I did want to see you at TI, but...
All right, BSJ, make your statement. How does Cole win this game? Like, give me the. How do they play the first 15 minutes of this game?
They just are going to have space made for them with the Beastmaster as well as the Necrophos, and I don't think they have any way of killing this Necro in like the first 10 minutes of the game, except for the early game. So they have to get past like the level 1, 2, 3 for this Necro, and if he gets past that stage, then he should be able to be virtually unkillable for the mid game. Like if he gets one survivability item like a Yule Scepter against these heroes, there's really no way to kill him. And then I think Alchemist will hit a timing where they can hit this mid game fighting ability where they can play around Golem, and as long as they don't have Golem, they can just pressure this Terrorblade. And Necro makes Terrorblade really awkward to play. So even though Terrorblade's really good against Alk, Necro allows it to be where Terrorblade has to be scared to man up on the Alk. And they have no actual save for the Terrorblade if he gets Reapered. So you can kind of just Reaper him anytime you see convenient. It's not like a difficult to play Necro game. Do you know what I'm saying? Like there's some games where you have to wait
Really
till the
think about
shadow.
it.
Yeah, you have to
Yeah.
think about it, exactly.
So you just. Is this Cole? Cole has to win this by like 30, 35 minutes, you think? Or is there,
Yeah,
like, a certain
absolutely.
window?
With
Okay.
Alchemist versus Terrorblade, you're going to have to win the game. You're going to have to maybe get the second Aegis will be your latest timing,
Okay.
I can imagine.
We'll see. It is going to be Limp versus Braille here.
We've got the former Payne brothers
Yep, we
matched
saw
up against each other.
Some chatting out here. Not really sure, what was said because I'm not that cultured, unfortunately.
They are aggroing.
Do you guys speak any different languages? Like,
No.
not fluently, but even like okay.
Klingon?
Klingon?
Korean?
Korean? Are you like fluent or just okay?
My sisters would say that I'm not, but I
You
think
would
I'm
say.
pretty... I think
Yeah.
I get by, no
He
problem.
can have a conversation with his mom on the phone. That to me
I would
is
say
like
that's-
fluent
you
enough.
You speak in a
compared to
different
like
language, yeah.
what little German both he and I know.
Guten Morgen.
Charlottenstrasse?
Ich spreche nicht so gut Deutsch. I think that's right? I don't speak
Damn, I think
such-
Grant might know more German than both of us, William, and we lived there for like 3
Ein
years.
Döner?
Ein Döner. That's the important part.
What does that mean?
Swine pommes?
Krankenwagen.
What
I
do
know
these
that
all
one.
mean?
Ein Döner Swine Pommes? Swine Pommes?
He's saying he likes hummus, which I agree with. But we are going to see it is
No.
Limp gets the better one here, the good block there. And it is 2 for 2 runes.
One donor kebab.
Don't you
That's what's important.
Don't you usually want to try to get 3 runes against the Alk, but they end up just giving 2 free runes to him, all right? Let's see. Should be pretty free one there. And it will be the Timbersaw, that means, is up top, and
They dodged with the Necro.
and
I
you
think
like
that's
that
correct. That's
for Cole?
correct. Yeah, you want Necro versus Timbersaw, and most notably because Timbersaw is really good versus Beastmaster, so you don't want that matchup. And Necro doesn't want to be in a tri-lane scenario. He's really level dependent.
And that means down bottom there is quite a few heroes. I went back top for some reason. We have Ritsu, we have Kitrag, we also have King RD. They're waiting. One person, Zeephyr, you get out of position. I am going to roll on top of you. Probably not a kill, but can do a ton of harass here. They just want to secure Ritsu that farm. There we go. Roll will end up hitting,
Got him.
and that's it.
Well done.
He's been gotten.
He actually just takes a ton of damage, 50% there. It probably hurts. And look at this, even Kitra gets beat down. So honestly, a reasonably bad overextension there early in a tri lane.
I don't think their tri-lanes can ever be aggressive enough on this Beastmaster. He can just free farm pretty much. He has high enough base damage against their heroes, except for that deny.
Damn, but look at middle right now. 12-2 going up against the Ember, who is now 6-0. Limp, he is having a great old time here. Brings a full bracer, but for Selena, come on. There
Wasn't
you go.
Bryle like supposed to win last lane, and this lane he's kind of supposed to win too? And what's happening? I don't know.
That's a good question. Are you supposed? You don't win this lane at level
You
1 or 2.
definitely
Not
do
at
not
1 or
lose.
2.
You
right?
definitely do not
Like,
lose.
Yeah.
Meaning
He's not
like,
losing.
I'm saying
bad.
I'm saying there's no way you should be even a single CS behind on Ember. How does he ever deny you? You have like 75 damage with your quelling, and Alk hits for like 54.
Yeah.
I guess now
he's got his bracer.
Now that he has
yeah.
like the bracer and the gauntlet, he hits for more. But
Well, there is an invis rune. Doesn't look like he can really rotate middle, so he's just going to head back down bottom. Meanwhile, 3-4-3, he's thinking about something. And I wonder what that is.
It's not
He's
ganking
heading
mid,
through
let me
middle.
tell you.
What?
It's not ganking mid.
Is
let me
this
just
the
tell you.
Kirac approach?
Oh my goodness, the courier. No, he's just, yeah, it looks like it is. He's just going to harass him out of lane here, but.
He's gonna
the
poison
creep
him twice
waves-
and then run back. Just really.
No, wait, a third.
Oh,
He got it. He's doing.
Nice.
He's going
One
full
more?
harass.
One more. Throw it back behind you.
there you go. 4.
Oh, the fourth one. That's what matters.
Still does like nothing at level 1 though. We'll watch it pop. Okay, and he takes it up with the flame guard. A very interesting play there.
Alk, finish off that flame guard.
Well,
Jeez.
so this is going to be Moonmander. He's doing okay up here. Miracle as well, though. You see 14-4 going against 9-2. Necros is having a pretty good lane, almost level 4.
I love when supports do that. You know, the rotation that just, all right, I guess I'm ending up back where I started.
Yeah. And it feels like this game will be very passive. Obviously, Kookaburra, they know they've got that Terrorblade into the late game, but Cole doesn't feel pressured, right, until they get a couple ultimates, like level 7s, 8s, until they really want to do anything.
Basically.
I think Cole's gonna chill this game. It's like what I really like what you said yesterday, BSJ. You said there's always one team that like would prefer to like have nothing happen in the game,
Yeah.
and
That sounds like something I would say.
that was that in this game. I think that's Cole. I think you just chill, and then you let your out get big.
And then that's when you just go. You just take
Yeah.
that one moment.
Once you hit like the 2-3 item alchemist timing, then your team can start like taking fights. That's the best part about having heroes like Beastmaster plus Shaman, is that they can make plays independent without like sacrificing too much. Like you set up a roar kill at top and then you take the tower. That'll be how you make your. It's like a fake mid-game aggression because you're not really trying to do anything except for pulling attention away from the rest of your heroes.
Yeah, you can actually just cause reactions, and even if you roar and like ward the tower and they TP 3 heroes and you just back off, it's still like
Yeah.
a positive EV for what happened in the game.
I love it. 3 times in a row now. Shadow Fiend commits a disruption just to get a range creep deny. The peer value. Middle lane, though. Double damage up on King RD. He takes a ton from that tower under the acid spray. Almost goes down. And Limp
He's gonna hit 6, and then this lane is.
didn't even take damage.
I love the phase boots on Limp. I think that's really big. You have the Terrorblade, you have the Ember, decent physical damage, and then you also have the Timber, who you can just run away. You actually just have to run away from him, even though he's not physical damage. It's really easy to juke Timber's stuff with phase boots.
Well, bounty runes are going to spawn. Doesn't look like we're having any fights. There will be a roll, but 3-4-3 will pick it up. So they do once again get 2 bounty runes there. But 3-4-3, this could be the first blood. He is going to get kicked by that boulder. Does get slowed enough. Level 3 Flame Guard melts him on down with the Sleight of Fist. Simple as that. But that does mean Alchemist is just sitting middle, having a good old time. Terribly. He's farming. What is he right now? 29-8. So he is having a pretty good lane. Beastmaster 19-4.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how it plays out. Like, Terrorblade's just so good against Alk, but then Terrorblade has a hard time playing this mid game. So it's going to be... We already talked about that timing, that complexity is going to hit, but the fact is it's going to be one fight, I think, that decides this game when that happens. Because if Terrorblade actually falls behind to the Alk, you get the Shivas, you get the Radiance, all that, those items that are AoE, and it just makes it even harder for Terrorblade to function as a hero.
Do you guys know? You know this number up here by the name. It means they have the pennant.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is it counting mine? Because I do have my
Could
TI2
be.
complexity
I think
pennant.
it has to.
Yes, I'm one of the 5.
Is it 5? I thought it was 3.
Is that 5? Now it's 5.
That is a 5, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've got one. I have them and Mouse Sports from TI2. Shout out to the the old Cole team, Hannah Montana Fluff and stuff, NA Legends.
Are they on your NA?
No, but that were hype, right? Remember when they got winners bracket? No one expected that.
Yeah.
No one expected that.
They were a well-ran team.
They were.
Can you remember TI3 where if you got 9th, didn't you get $0?
Yeah.
At TI2 as well. Yeah, there was some
Wasn't
rough
that up
stuff.
to like 4?
I couldn't
so.
remember where it ended,
There.
so I was pretty sure about TI3.
There's a full hood
4
picked
had
up on
the
Timber
bubble
Sub.
bracket, right?
See you later, Z-Freak. He is just going to slowly get right-click down. Kid Trek will scoop up that kill.
That was the one where Jimmy went for the
Yep, the
Midas.
Midas tide, yeah. We have oh, bad memories, huh?
I just remember Brax telling me that he's been to 2 TIs and made $0.
It's rough.
And I was like, that is depressing. I'm like, but that's 2 more TIs than I've been to.
And he's looking poised to go to his third
Yeah,
TI,
that's
possibly if Beast Coast keeps it up.
Beast Coast is looking good.
Yeah, our Moon Meander now just bullying around Miracle a little bit.
That's the dynamic of this matchup. Both heroes kind of just like do this to each other, but then neither hero dies.
Yeah. It's tough, especially with that hood up now. So what do you want to see him going first on the Necro?
They're gonna kill him.
Dive in. Wait up. Yeah, they look for him. Moon Meander doesn't have anything. He will just throw this Saw Blade, but a nice put under so he can't pull it back. So it's the extra damage now. He's going to run forward for 3-4-3. And, well, he saves his Necro, so he did his job.
That would have been a guaranteed kill otherwise. And he chose the right target too. Moon would have put out more damage there after the chains had already gone out.
He has the crown, so it looks like he wants to go
Eight.
Atos, but I think Yules is by far the best item here. Oh, Veil. Veil's good. I think Veil Yules is super good here.
Why Veil?
You just have a lot of magic damage to buff up on your team when you hit it. Like you have the
Aftershock Void, gotcha.
What I mean by amount of magic damage, it doesn't look like it, but you have damage issues, I'd rather say, in the mid game. Because Alchemist is only his Radiance, Necro is kind of just damage over time too. So it makes it so every little bit of damage you're doing is just that much more potent. And the armor's nice. And then I really hope he goes Yules. I'm just going to emphasize that again. It removes Ever Shield. Air Spirit's really the only way you die this game. And just resetting the fights is super good for your team.
Would you ever consider Greaves over Yules?
That is an option, yeah.
Okay.
I just...
I
one's
wasn't
cheaper
sure
than the
'cause-
other is how I
yeah.
look at it. So
Yeah, exactly.
usually with Alchemist, you're not going to have Greaves by the time Alchemist wants to play Dota. So like if you win straight Greaves, that's one thing. But I think Veil, Yules, then Greaves could be really good too. I think you just want to be alive in fights, and that makes you useful.
The kick just completely whiffs. King RD, he will try to get the roll. He will hit onto Tavo there. They don't have the slap afterwards. He tries to get the roar off, but Bryle dodges it with Slight and dodges it with the Remnant, and they get the kill. Ritsu as well picks up that tier 1 bottom, so a ton of gold going the way of Kookaburra right now.
This is what we were talking about with the Terrorblade versus Alchemist matchup, though. Usually it's the mid laner that shuts down those early tower pushes for Terrorblade, so having it against the Alch makes it so you're always taking at least 1 or 2 early tier 1s, and that makes Terrorblade's game speed up a lot more.
Watch these gold pop up.
He's so rich, though, on Alch. Holy moly.
He's gonna have his
Net
rating.
worth, Grant, 9.5 minutes. We're 30 seconds late.
I'm going to wait until the 100 CS mark.
Okay, that's fair. Blitz, you're fired.
Is he going to hit a crate? There we go.
Wait, did we ever rehire you, Blitz?
I'm back.
Blitz, you're
Okay.
hired, and
Okay,
now you're
hired.
fired. Get
Yeah,
out.
there- get outta here.
You're back. What are we doing? What are we doing? Top lane Moon Meander, he's just bullying Miracle right now. How do you guys? It's Miracle, right? Am I saying that
Yes,
correctly?
Yeah.
Miracle.
Okay, everyone still says they think I say Miracle. That's because that's what they want to hear, right?
It's your accent.
That too, yeah. I have an accent. They are going to throw stun coming in, and it's going to be onto the Timber Saw. He will just blade away. 3-4-3 gets eaten alive right there.
Does get the bounty rune, though.
He does.
I actually don't think this amount of... I think you need more pressure than this. Like, you
Mhm.
need to keep this pace up.
This feels pretty rough here, Ritsu.
Because
That tower.
the game has now become like... This is usually what it devolves into is like, oh, the rest of our lanes, because we have an Alch, we have a mid player that can't move around. So now you're going to lose all your lanes. So now it just becomes like, can your Alch carry the 25-minute window timing enough?
But can Alchemists, like, that's what the game turning into, though. It's like a solo Alch game.
Yeah. I remember way back when...
Can he solo carry against this? I don't think he can.
I don't think so either. We, do you remember that, what was that tournament? The captain's draft thing? When we were on DC or whatever, we last picked Weehaw Alk in this like similar situation, and he just got wrecked. Like it was such a hard Alk game because the TB just gets on top of you and 4-shots you.
TB is insanely scary as Alch.
They do get their first kill there. It is on King RD. They get something.
And if I recall too, in that game, he had a good like his item timings weren't bad at all. It was just like
It's a bad out game.
yeah, it was just
Well, We'll see. He has that Radiance now, but Moon Meander, he's just tanking that tower up, getting those reactive armor charged, but 343 will put him under. There's going to be some good, and look who else is here. They do have an ulti, but the Warlock rocking Fatal Bonds. It's on top of everyone. Bryle's here as well. It's a full commitment. There will be an ulti thrown out. Moon Meander doesn't even die, so Z-Freak goes down first. They're going to throw out a stun. They're going to try to chase after King RD. He should be able to get brought down. He does. Give me that plus 20 extra gold, and is that just going to be a one-for-one trade? It sure looks like it.
I think that's good in favor of Complexity. They use Golem. I guess Terrorblade's not even there, though, which is nice for them.
Top.
Is Beastmaster going Spirit Vessel?
He's going Vladimir's. Let's go give it a peek.
Wait, who are you asking about Spirit Vessel? You said Beastmaster. You talked about someone else?
No, because I know Earth Spirit's going Spirit Vessel.
No one's going it on
Kookaburra.
Radiant.
So no one's going to have it on Radiant.
It's a really good Spirit Vessel game for both sides.
Yeah, which is like one of the things I wanted to point out is that like same thing with the Guardian Greaves thing is that you don't have a hero to build that teamfight item for you. You don't have a hero to build Spirit Vessel for you. Like that's just a problem.
It's a good point.
Complexity.
It appears he is going potentially for the mech. What is Necro going? Is that Phase Boots or mech? Does
That's
he?
a good question. Let's go take a peek at the courier. Nothing.
He hasn't, so it's probably mech since he hasn't bought anything else.
He needs a mech. He needs a reset button too. But we saw how low Moon got. The Hood just negates so much of your damage. It's an annoying matchup in the sense that like Timber doesn't mind playing at half HP, but if you buy Pipe and you get like a Lotus, you don't actually care that much.
Yeah, now that Necro's aura is magical.
Yeah, you actually don't put out any damage against the Timber. That was the ideal fight for your Necro too.
Got on top. Well, we'll see bottom. Looks like Radiant is kind of heading down here. Or on this side, Z-Freak. He doesn't want to step down that hill by himself.
I feel like Complexity could make moves to the top lane.
Yeah, I'm a fan of the Alk pickup too. He went Blink. Get aggressive. Make yourself like known as a threat on the map.
They're just trying to defend their towers. When Z-Freak clears up the creeps. Bryle pops him one. For now, it's nice and slow. I'm sure Ritsu on that Terrorblade's super happy, just farming up.
Yeah, I think Complexity is definitely one that does want to do stuff now because they have no Golem. I think if Golem's up, then Complexity's content doing nothing. But if Golem's down for the 45 seconds, they need to get something. They have no tier 1s, and the map's going to close in on them if they don't take any towers of their own. And it looks like they're ready to do just that. Blink Alk, no Golem for another 30 seconds or so.
Looks like bottom lane.
They have a ward on the Dire side that sees the Shaman walking at him, but he's still going to walk in.
He is, and, well, he thought his team might be there quick. Will 343 get the save? No, an instant kill, but this should be a double on the other side. Thinks it is. Nice roar, nice stun by Limp.
I don't know, man. When a Shadow Shaman's walking up a hill at you,
you might know something's up.
Come on. Like, come on. That's about all I got.
Oh, here we go, Moon Meander.
He could be in some trouble.
Doesn't even care, but yeah, he could be Limp. He's coming with the max stun. Gets it off 1.5, taking some damage. As you said, it's physical, and they're just bursting him down. This is going to be a kill. Nicely done. Limp and Miracle, they just go in.
Dude, you have two teammates dead and a Warlock showing mid. What's happening?
Yep.
This is what happened in the last game for Kookaburra. They just make these weird deaths. That
They shouldn't have to die like that.
They should not die at all. That's the
Limp
thing.
making cool moves. We
Yep.
saw that last time with Lina.
Yeah, and then what?
And then that one death in
something
15
bad
minutes.
happened.
He's
Nah,
made it longer than
It's not going
this
to be like this.
Yeah,
this is.
It's a very different game, right?
Yeah.
Alk.
I think people always get the wrong idea about Alk as a hero
might be.
because you can go like your hero looks like it goes to this like late game situation, but you don't. This is such a strong timing for him. Once he gets like the 2.5, 3 item timing, like Blink Dagger, you can fight. Radiance at this phase of the game is
It's
so
insane.
strong.
Yeah, you're doing more damage than any other hero in the game with just a Radiance.
Everyone always thinks like, well, I have Radiance. Now it's time for me to speed up my
Farm
farm
it
even
up,
more.
baby. Yeah.
And you can farm. Don't get me wrong,
But you can
but
also fight.
yeah, you can
can
fight
do
like
both.
this.
If they don't have ultimates, punish it. But like, if they have ultimates like this, now you chill
Now-
back
now
and
you
farm.
chill, yeah.
That's what I was saying. Like, there's an on-off switch for this. And like when you mentioned how I had said that some teams like there's always one team that wants to do something, and that isn't something that like has to last a long time, like that
Yeah.
period of time.
Your
You
timings
just-
are fluid in Dota.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you like him just giving up this mid tower? Are they just forced
I
to?
don't
or-
think they can fight it.
It's too late. Plus,
you have
there's
to be set up
Warlock.
if you're going to.
Siege unit will scoop it up there.
I think Alk really needs Manta before they want to head-on fight.
What do you do after the Manta? Is it Shiva's, Octarine's, Assault?
I would say Shiva's 100%.
I think you want a BKB after that so that you can just run
Interesting.
in at the TB and you can't.
After Shiva's or after the Manta?
I think after the. I think you can probably get away with getting Shiva's first.
That's what I was thinking too. Is BKB last?
Yeah. BKB so nice against TB since the change.
I always forget about it too whenever I'm playing against Terrorblade.
And
I
then
remember
you're, like,
when
mass peeking.
I remember when I am Terrorblade. But there was one game I played Spectre against Terrorblade where I probably could have won if I built a BKB, and I didn't think about the fact that he couldn't sunder me anymore.
We're seeing a disconnect here from Kendra. We saw it again yesterday. He might just have a, pretty shoddy internet, nothing crazy. He came back, I think, in like 30 seconds last night. There he is again, so that's good. Dude, I will say, man, watching SA Dota with the pauses, woo!
Yeah, I
it's
saw you
rough.
guys losing your minds.
It's rough. When you're having 10 to 15-minute pauses every game, that shit's a struggle. And I think this is like the only pauses we've seen so far. It's been like kit track and quick hotkey changes in NA. No Ritsu pauses lately. Have we even discussed this? This is a full new meta. We have not seen a pause at the beginning of the game for this team. It's pretty crazy.
J-Storm's losing, by the way.
To
Who are they
who?
losing to right now? If you want,
To
it's
Black Sheep?
No, to
Jolotl.
Gelato.
It is currently
What?
over on twitch.tv/Beyond the Summit 3. You can check it out with Breaky, CBK, and Alchemy Elevated.
Dude, they're losing by a pretty healthy margin, too. So that could actually... So even though Gelato's out, it could actually still be J-Storm in some, like, weird
What the
tie
heck?
situation.
J
because of
Storm,
that.
come on! Like we have the toilet bowl on the line here.
Well-
If you lose, there's no toilet bowl.
Yeah.
Grant, how do you feel about that?
I don't feel too good about it.
Yeah,
Because then what
okay.
if two teams tie at 1-7 at the end?
Yeah,
Then it's
there's
like
no
you won't
toilet.
know. Yeah,
There's
exactly.
there's nobody at the bottom of the bowl.
Oh, and by the way, J-Storm has Darkseer.
Okay.
Shocker.
Big shocker there. Middle lane.
I actually don't get it.
We'll get
I
pushed
really
in.
don't get it. How can a hero be that unsuccessful and people still pick it? How does that work? I don't get it.
Maybe that's why J-Storm picked it.
To prove.
They're like, we got to figure out what's wrong with this hero.
Their ass is still on the line, man. You can't just. I know you're like kind of
That's
joking,
true.
but it's like
You gotta.
You gotta take
everything
every
you
game
can get.
seriously
How
here.
badly does everything have to go for them not to make playoffs?
They would have to
J-Storm?
lose both their
Yeah.
games, and then can they?
They'd have to lose
I'm
to
pretty sure they're good.
Gelato and Black Sheep, and then
Which,
they would somehow.
you're putting yourself
If
in
you're
a one
losing
game.
Gelato, you might lose to Black.
You have to literally just beat the two worst teams, or two of the worst teams.
Right? But you never know, right?
But like if you lose
Strange
And
to,
things
even
have
then, it would
happened.
probably come down to some tiebreaker.
Yeah,
I mean that's still just like if you beat Gelato though, you're 100% in.
I think they
So-
lost.
Do
Gelato's got
people
a
not
knockout late.
remember the Miracle on Ice? Anything can happen.
Yeah, I think legitimately Gelato is like
Right, next time we play Party Q, we're gonna do the flying beat down mid.
big
They're
time.
gonna go in. They're gonna try to find the Earth Spirit. Will they? Yeah, that's a quick kill, and they're just gonna throw the stun out. Hits the illusion. 3-4-3.
dude. NA calls
Baits it
are
in.
heating up.
Yeah, baby.
All right, I thought you were gonna use your catchphrase. Let's get spicy.
It's not a catchphrase. It's one thing I said in.
So you're saying you're not known. I feel you're known for it now. That's like your thing. Whenever I hear in game, I just see your face and I just want it.
I was about to say,
Clock you
catchphrases
on.
are like LD only said "wow" once, but it
But then
was
he
tied to
started
him
saying.
forever.
But then he started saying it as a meme, and it did become his catchphrase.
I refuse to
no,
say
it
it
became
now.
the meme first.
That
Yeah,
one
and then
BTS like
after.
segment was so funny where it's like back in time.
Oh, when he's doing it, yeah, and he becomes a gloomy, gets
yeah,
it instead.
literally
Yeah.
says wow. that was so funny actually.
Well, full pipe. Looks like he is going for a Crimson Guard and Timber, I believe, or I'm just crazy. Ritsu going for an Eye of Scotty next. Is there what time? Is there a chance when Ritsu is just like he has 3-4 items and he is just they can't do anything?
BKB Butterfly and he's like scary as all
That's
hell.
when you think they just can't really lose at that point, probably.
I don't want to say you can't
You can't,
lose.
but it's the highest,
Terrorblade will
yeah.
be the strongest hero in the game once that happens, and it only gets better from there, I would say.
They're trying to push in this tower, some good damage being done. But here comes the illusion to help clear out these wards, makes it a lot safer.
So the noticeable thing
Here
about
we go.
Alk is he always takes money from his team. I'll worry about that after
Is
this
he
kill
dead?
here.
Ooh,
No,
wait. Oh my goodness, that hurts.
Kitchuk thought about it.
Yeah.
No golem. Relax, dude.
I'm helping. Sorry.
And they will at least take this tower. They need to get some gold. Complexity is up 7k, so they do have a decent lead. Obviously, see the net worth over here.
What are
All of it
Beastmaster's
being
items?
held. They are currently Medallion.
And Vlad's.
Phase
Wow,
with
okay.
Vlad's.
He's
all
actually
in.
not that poor. Like it looks bad in terms of he's number 6
He's
on the
tied
net
with
worth.
Timber, though,
yeah,
pretty
but
much.
he's not that poor. The one thing you have to look at with Alchemist, every hero has weaknesses, right? The weakness of Alk is that he doesn't help his team at all from the mid lane. So usually what happens is his teammates are poor. So it doesn't matter what the net worth lead is for the Alk if he's the only one that has it. But right now the other cores are pretty equal. if not, like it's about equal between the 4 other cores. So,
Does
if
have the Guardian Greaves, pardon me, sorry.
oh yeah, no, you're good. Which is a good sign for Cole moving forward, because if you have 2 other heroes that just don't have items, Alk is pretty underwhelming because they'll just eventually be able to focus Alk, and you lose.
Yeah, Limp's made really good rotations this game too.
That
His
has
play-
enabled his teammates.
Yeah, his play towards bottom and then his immediate game towards top.
Whoa. We didn't talk about Lotus Orb Alchemist. What's going on
That's
here?
an armor item that counters pretty much everything on the side of Kookaburra. Fatal Bonds, Earth Spirit, Chains, Sunder.
We didn't mention it, but you like it now. Now that you see it, you're like, this is that shit.
It actually doesn't do anything to Sunder. Sorry. Wait, does it? Why am I blanking here? No, it doesn't do anything. It makes you use it on them, right?
Yes.
Which means that nothing happens.
Yeah, so.
Or meaning that it.
He can't.
No,
he doesn't. If he's low, then it just swaps back.
Yeah,
It does the
basically it
double
only
swap,
does
right?
something where the minimum HP requirement.
Okay,
is.
yeah.
Basically, you just both swap. You stay the same HP unless you have
This
the
is-
minimum HP requirement go through.
This is great for Cole. They know. Dire, they see 2 of them middle. They know they're not going to get tested. Complexity, they're hitting a fine stride right here, it feels like. But they are up top. Moon Meander hasn't gone in yet. It's dropping really quickly. Oh, there go the bullets. They're going to run in. They're going to see that it's super low. Will they drop the rock? King RD's going to roll in, but no, it gets blocked out. And now they're going to try to push forward. Will they get anyone else? King RD gets back. And okay.
That was
They're
well
gonna
done by
find
Miracle.
one, yeah, in the back. And this should be a kill on Moon Meander pretty damn
Give him
easily.
the reap.
And they do. 70 seconds. He'll be dead.
That's almost doubling his respawn time by Reapering him there.
You just, where do you go? I mean, you got to deep push it. You got to get something out of this, right? He's dead for a long time. Are you good with this Aegis just pushing out all the lanes?
Push
You're
out all the
good,
lanes.
yeah.
Okay.
Did they change the drums where you're like, instead of laying it on the ground, you're.
Oh, you
It's
have
his
him in
taunt.
front. I saw. Whoa, we're gonna
Oh,
go.
that's his taunt.
Yeah,
3, 4,
it's,
3 going
it's
down.
confusing.
I was so confused.
There's the ornament and then there's the taunt.
I've seen that and I'm like, what the
If you're
heck?
in time, it's the Beastmaster taunt. We can,
Yeah.
let's go to a quick peek here. What's it called? The Beatmaster.
I keep seeing it and I'm like, what the? I keep seeing it. I'm like, what the heck is that? Like, did they change that while I've been gone?
Did you guys? Everyone had that phase, right, where you had your pencil at your school desk and you tried to make some sweet beats.
Of course.
We all went
You
through
think
it.
it sounds sick in your head, and it's actually
Yeah.
just nonsense.
Because you're trying. I remember the one everyone did when I was in school. That whoop, that's a roar. Gets the courier. Nice.
Nice.
Simple there.
Was there no items?
No items. Dude, that's still one of my favorite. Not that. I love dunking the couriers in Axe, though. It's like the best feeling in the world.
You know who's really dumb for it now is Mars.
Why?
Shield crash kills it.
Wait, does it
Oh,
really?
yeah, I
It
did see that,
does.
and I was like,
The
that-
So
God's
it's literally the
Rebuke kills
cheapest.
it?
It's
Oh
the
my
cheapest
God.
fucking. Yeah, sorry. God's rebuke. Shield crash.
I was like nonchalantly
Sorry, that's the
calling
other
you
hero
out.
I spam. I only
Noob.
got 2.
How's your MMR climbing been going, Cap? What did you end at before you came here?
I got 75 away from 7K,
nice.
and then I stumbled down.
Oh, so
Fell
where are you
down
at
the
now?
stairs.
Yeah, you don't want to
I'm-
say.
I'm back down to like 6.7.
Okay.
I wanted to try and get 7K again before TI. But
Sometimes it just.
Yeah.
You still have time.
some dreams have to remain dreams.
You still
know,
got
Grant?
the begin. You've got the beginning of August, right?
Dude, you got like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And do you have double
Awesome.
downs? Get some double downs going.
Oh,
I'm actually.
I'm too much of a wuss.
I'm
for
actually
double
3
downs.
and 15 on double downs.
3 and 15.
I kid you not. I went from 78 to 73 in like 2 weeks.
Dude, double downs are a bait in NA.
I love.
it. Was so bad.
Because your own team loves to watch you lose your double downs too. Like you are risking the other team trying harder, and your own team hopefully not being like sociopaths.
Did I tell you-
Announcing your double down is the dumbest thing you
Yeah.
can do in NA.
But
You know
it's
what I did?
also like a boss move. if
I
you win.
accidentally clicked it to my team, so my team knew that I was doing it. And to counteract that, I gave them tokens. I added in 1,000 yellows. You know what happens?
That's
The game
smart.
starts, my Bane places 2 wards in our base and tells me to go fuck myself.
Yep, and that's the.
I'm not even trolling.
You got to
Got
fight
him.
your team and the other team at that point. Ooh, Limp, he's looking. He thought somebody might be up here, but
So did you lose?
Of course. Out of spite, he didn't even know who I was.
He just said, "You're not getting this double down today."
He said, double down for what? You can go watch that game. I was Nyx. He was Bane.
Double down for what?
well,
double
he got
down
you.
for what?
For what?
Double
gonna
down
push
for
in.
what? 4 loss? 4 head?
I was like, well, that was the quickest way to lose 50 points I've ever seen in my life.
They're just gonna push in this tier 2 and Snake's down. Not really much they can do. They do know Limp isn't there right now, but doesn't look like Dire wants any part of this fight.
Yeah, I'd had reasonable support since I got back from vacation.
It's good,
In the
dude.
first game, I double down. I have an Undying that the opponent drags creeps, and the Undying sits with me under tower, helping me CS. So I'm just level 2, and the Legion's level 4, and I'm like, I guess I lost this game.
Oh, King RD, he will get jumped on. Limp will find him with the stun. There's going to be the Hex, and give me some more gold.
Dude, Limp has not had that moment in this game.
Dude, he is owning.
He's cruising.
2-0-5.
So it doesn't look like they're really going to get. I mean, they've already got map control this Aegis. Are you good just waiting this one out and going
It's
second
the second
Aegis to
Aegis.
end
That's
it?
what I said.
Okay.
That's the timing.
Yeah.
But the problem is, if you wait till second Aegis, you're on a one mistake game where if you throw once, you lose.
4 minutes till it may respawn.
I think going for, if you try to all in with the first, the problem with the first Aegis is it's almost always just a map control Aegis.
Yeah.
You get it so that the enemy team can't, and so that they're afraid to fight you, and you get to make free plays around the map and get like deeper and deeper. And then the second one is the building taker. Because you don't want to rush things against this Warlock, Ember, TB. They're good at holding high ground.
And he knows that the TB outscales him, so if you give up this momentum even once, you probably lose.
I think this
now
game
he's
is
got
like
the damage.
He's going to do some work.
I'm surprised he didn't consider the cleave.
Bruh. The damage with the... Are you...
They nerfed it so hard with the way they changed it.
What? The way it was before was just
BSJ.
unreasonable.
Someone get their mans right now. That is a
the
lot.
half-second 600 damage stun. That was
That's
Yeah,
what I'm
that
saying,
was-
though.
yeah.
That made the talent super busted, but it's not
Ooh,
even
just
that great
block it.
anymore.
It's very good still.
Four
I mean,
minutes.
it's very good, but it's not great.
What would Cleave do here?
You're against Terrorblade. What do you mean, what would Cleave do here?
You got ready though.
Your unstable concoction does damage in an AoE.
I guess.
It's a free cleave. It's a spell cleave.
Looks like, who do we got here? Looks like Moon Meander had to quick disconnect really quick. Is going to be an Octarine coming up. Aegis was already taken. Roshan Me respawn in 2.5 minutes.
Wait, I know how to talk about this.
How?
BSJ, you said this yesterday. Which talent is situational and which talent is always good? You're
The
saying,
Cleave is always impactful. and
but
the
it's
stun
only
is
good. It's only good against hitting this Terrorblade. Well, the
The
concoction
stun
damage
is
is good
only
against all of
good
them.
when you're stunning somebody.
Grant, what was Limp's?
Touche. Don't have to click any buttons.
Yeah.
to use the cleave talent.
And also, if you stun yourself, you're dealing more damage. So there's a situation where it
true.
even backfires.
Very true.
Think about it.
BSJ, Galaxy Brain.
Yeah.
What were you going to say, Blitz?
I was going to
Say
say,
something to me?
do you know who Limp's Steam avatar is?
No, I don't.
His picture. I was going to test Grant's.
I know. That's not. It's not Hobson, right?
I don't
He has
think it
he
is.
has the the contacts. It looks like. Who is it? Do you know?
I think it's Ski Master Slump God, but I'm not.
Oh, I believe you're right. I even asked. Yeah, I think you're actually right.
I have more
I
credit
just
than
hate.
Grant
I
does.
hate those freaking Hobson's color. Right, they're gonna try to go on Moon Manor. Throws up the Lotus Orb he just picked up on himself. There is gonna be a TP in from Limp onto that boar. Octarine getting very close to being here, and they're just gonna try to siege down this tower. Cole looking
Look at that
pretty
heal.
crisp. They can't do anything to this young man right now. 38 armor. He's just beating shit down. BKB picked up now by the TB, so he's ready to stand there and man fight.
That Butterfly will be a huge damage item for him. I think that's what he'll go at least.
Is it time to start passing out some?
Nah, it's
some
full
Ags time.
They nerfed the Alchemist Ags passing out a lot because you used to get the stats,
Yeah.
and now you don't.
You do get the.
So who's first?
the damage or
Necrophos?
whatever.
Necrophos or Shadow Shaman. It's
I think
close.
Shadow Shaman, right? I like Shadow Shaman.
What about SD?
What about the SD Purge against
Yeah.
Timbersaw?
It doesn't do anything to Terrorblade, who's the problem, I think.
Mm.
It's close, though. I think it's still good, obviously.
So Beastmaster's last?
I think Beastmaster is absolute last.
Well,
Or Beast?
Some sort of crazy fight going on over here. They're trying to kill this guy, but there goes the Lotus Orb. He is fully healed now with the Guardian Greaves.
can't kill
There will
him.
be a reflection. Ritsu has already popped his BKB. There goes 3-4-3 first. Limp
Okay,
is on the
you can
backside.
kill
3 seconds. They kill Miracle as well. No, no, Cole. They're doing it. He does dodge the stun, but my friend, the swagger doesn't help if you're dead.
That is where TB, you saw right there, he wrecks the Alk. Regardless of how far
Yeah.
behind you are in net worth, this guy pops his
BKB
meta,
and meta.
BKB, you can't do anything. He slows you up with that Scotty, and all of a sudden, like
GG.
they take one bad fight,
This
and
is at least one set of racks,
Yeah.
right?
I'm pretty
Not
sure that's
more.
actually GG. I've played the Terrorblade Alch matchup a lot, and I said you lose one fight, you lose the game, and I'm pretty sure that's game.
You guys ever watch Heroes, the show?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't have a question.
That was the fun.
That was it.
That was a
Siegfried
good
goes
show.
in. No,
I
it
love
was
that
going to be
show.
like, because he said that, and I was like, save the world, save the cheerleader. I don't remember how it goes.
It was the opposite, but it was
okay.
close.
Well,
Oh,
they saved something.
almost dead.
Yeah, they're
Or
just chain
3-4-3.
feeding. Is this what? They just double chain feed
Everyone
right
just
here.
died.
Oh, that was 3-4-3, buying back
Yeah.
and feeding again. Okay, my bad.
Okay, they're just gonna go bottom and take double set.
My TI dreams are dead.
Do you just
with
go top?
complexity.
Oh, you can't. Tier
I
2
think Cole's
tower.
actually most likely out with this loss as
No,
long
they are.
as
They're
They are
guaranteed
100% out.
because they
Yeah.
cannot get to
100%.
3 wins.
Oh,
4
you're right,
teams
you're
already
right.
have 3 wins.
This is Kookaburra's 4th win, and they
Yes.
can't get to 4.
Yep. And J-Storm has 4. Forward has 4. Yeah, they
You're
are.
right.
They are
They're just
officially
done.
eliminated.
Maybe complexity as an
Whoa.
org is just cursed in Dota.
this is a rough way to lose.
Every roster they have just crumbles.
Dude,
Like,
the one
they
with
always
Kyle is
choke
don't
at
sleep
some
on the
point.
one with Kyle. They made it to TIs.
Yeah, but they inevitably would think about how they would lose so often, you know? Like trying to run up high ground, you know, instead of just chilling out. Like they would always choke at some point.
You know what I miss the most is like Kyle's look after he lost the throne game was like my guilty pleasure.
Dude, it's actually a testament to Kyle, if anything. The fact that they did make it to TI.
Yeah.
If the
True
curse is
that.
real.
Yeah.
I mean, you always know it's just personality conflicts, but like Kyle was clearly a very good captain.
He was.
Don't ever record that because that's the only time I'll ever.
My favorite thing
compliment
about him is like you could tell he just cared a lot.
him. Oh yeah, exactly.
That was why you could see that frustration. I live off that. That's like the, that's the drama you want. You want people when they lose or when they win to be like,
How is that? He just did like a backflip wall hitting. Oh my.
Is the-
On my mom's
is it breaking your
life.
immersion?
It is. Yes, I'm watching him until he does it again. I mean, nothing else going. If there's a fight, obviously I'll switch over, but we're waiting.
Have some conviction, Grant.
Okay. That's my conviction.
Okay, thank you.
Middle lane. This could be the end of the end here. If they
We
lose one
miss a
more
beat
fight.
master. I'm gonna be upset.
God, he's actually
going in.
shadow blade.
They're
Whoa,
doing
and
it.
They're smoked. He
They're
didn't
trying.
smoke up. They do look for some, but look at these
They see
sentry
him.
wards. Yeah. Yep. And now they know they knew that they know.
The
There goes
known
the
factor
counter.
is known to the team that knew they knew.
Yep. Exactly.
If you know, you know.
And if you don't,
You know.
then you don't.
He was quoting the Pusha T song.
Yep.
Grant, your credits just dropped
What?
today.
I knew. I was watching this. Wait, which one? Which song? They're going to try to go in right now. There's going to be the Warlock. Oh, my goodness. 3-4-3's already done. Miracle, he does try to go Shroud. He does. He's going to try to make it out, but no. He just instantly goes down. My God, he died quickly.
They did not need 2 Lotus Orbs. That should be a Yule Scepter, and the other one should it should either one of them should be an AC, and the other one should be something else. Or like one should be a Lotus, and the other one should be something else.
We were okay with the Lotus at first, but now it just kind of looks bad.
Well, I feel like you have to actually end the game. That's why I wasn't a huge fan of it. Like,
If you go Shiva's BKB or something like that, the cool thing about it is you can fight. Whereas like this, when the TB just pops BKB and he doesn't bother getting low anyways, it doesn't matter.
Oh,
I mean, the way
they
you
are
kill
committing a
Terrorblade
fight.
is Scythe anyway.
Whoa, my
Limp just
God.
TP's in on the Hawk into it. Whoa, see you later. Runs on out. He's going to try to go for it. They smoke back, though.
This is nice because they're about to run out of meta.
They are.
He had to make this play if they're going to stay in the game. This is the best opportunity for them to like. You can't give
Get
up that
second
Aegis.
Roche, yeah.
I didn't mind the Lotus on paper, but now that you're looking at it, they have no way of ending this game reliably. I don't know. We'll see. Complexity's obviously not out yet. You're always able to see NA teams throw away a winnable one game.
Yeah, that's true.
Ritsu's 4-0-4 though, and Terrorblade is a pretty hard hero to mess up with. I don't know what else to say about that. Certain heroes are easier to throw the game
He has
with
the
than
Lincolns
others.
too, but there will be a put down. It is going to be on the Moon Meander. Can they get him? He is tanking so much damage. That's going to be an easy kill on the backside on Zfree. He goes down. Snakes are still hitting. He is going to have to buy back. There will be a roll away. Miracle, he's just sitting in the middle of all me. Will get disrupted by 3-4-3. There will be the Timber Chain getting away, but Limp, he's running forward. He wants to play aggressively. They continue to push forward, but Moon Meander, this guy does not care like the rest of his team. Kitrek will get stunned. That will be a kill. Now
This
they move
Alchemist
forward.
just does nothing.
Necro, he's looking. And he's getting eaten alive. Moon Manor, he doesn't care. He will get held. Can they get him? There will be a roll on the backside. They find the Ember Spirit. Can they bring him in? No, the Sunder by Richard is same, but it won't be enough because they commit the Necro ulti. And now, oh, Lotus Orb, look at that. Timber Saw. He's put under. Can they finally bring this young man down? Okay, banishes himself. And now they look for him. Here comes the stun. It will be enough. They are turning it around right now. It seems, well, they're trying to lose, and they get him.
Why did they fight without meta out?
And Golem.
And now guess what? Well, they see King RD needs to be careful, but the biggest thing, second roast BSJ, they are going to end up getting it.
Dude, they were. I don't even think.
Whoa, 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 whoa! They found him.
Oh my.
And he. Oh,
Keeps going.
damn. The
Okay.
chain feed, we saw it in Complexity's base. Now we're just seeing it by Kookaburra. There's a double damage bottom, but they're just going to go right into Roche. This is free.
This is where you win a bunch of fights in a row and you forgot what let you win those fights in the first place. Which was
Cooldowns.
the yeah, exactly. You had used meta to take that fight. That's fine. But I don't even think giving up this Aegis is that game losing to Kookaburra, but
not.
losing like 4 heroes like that is.
He does have the Ags. Oop. He's looking for
Somebody get the cheese.
Okay.
Yo.
That sweet, sweet Gouda. That
I mean,
brie.
they definitely forgot about it because Necrophos
Yeah.
is the carrier of a cheese.
Plus the courier didn't go for it
100%.
either.
So
But then he wouldn't have that value 6% magic resist.
that's true.
Okay, they're just, it's going to be forgotten until someone goes in there
They
to
straight
try
up
to
just
TP.
left it.
Oh, boy, and that's, I mean, you feel the pressure, right? That's definitely a pressure thing. You're like, oh, God, we lose this, we're out, and you just forget to do something. There
They're
will be
under more
3 bounty
scrutiny.
runes. Oh, it's going to be
Oh,
4
J-Storm
bounty
came
runes.
back.
They did. J-Storm does end up being July. And that's a lot like we saw in the old Sug Gaming, right? They take a decent lead, but when you have that more experienced team, late games, a lot easier to play.
Toilet bowl is still on,
The
boys.
toilet bowl is still on.
75, okay.
Man, they had a good
Who,
situation.
Did he built an axe, right?
Yeah, he did. Did he give it to someone yet?
Yeah, he gave it to Necro. I think that's what that blink debuff is, or that blink buff. Can you hover over the blink one? Oh, what?
No, he doesn't have it yet. It would
Oh.
say.
Yeah, well, you would hear it too.
I just didn't know what else that blank one
The-
was.
He's flying it out on the courier. Or
He'd do
whatever.
that.
Yeah, there it is.
What was it?
All right.
It is a noise like that to watch.
It is,
when he
it
does
is, it is.
Watch. It's going to be good. Mine was accurate, more than some of Grant's noises.
What is happening? You can give it globally. So what's going on?
I'm chilling.
Can you give it globally? I don't think
Yeah.
so.
Whoa, there's
I think it's only Moonshard that you can do that with.
Oh, I think
Here
you're
we
right.
go. They're going to try to go on the backside. Uh-oh, Lemp, he does have that Aegis, so he will just try to run away. And guess what? That's a BKB committed. They're going to look for one more. Brawl hasn't used his BKB. They go on to Tavo. There's the Solar Crest. Oh, nice put under there from 343 trying to help out. Limp will blink in. Oh, but he blinks into the Warlock Rock. It drops him down. Limp does get the kill on King RD in the backside. Moon Meander, though, he's alive. Can they get him? Limp.
Glimmer.
He's here. The Glimmer will same for now, but Miracle, oh, God. He has the Aegis. My bad. Never mind. Limp does not. And he's going to try to run away with it. Will he? Oh, Lord have mercy. Limp goes down. Miracle, they're going to bring down his Aegis as well.
The Roar?
Roar comes up
That's a
top.
buyback.
It will be on Earth Spirit. Earth Spirit goes down. It is a buyback coming out from Limp. Will they do anything else? No. They're just going to back up. They go for him. Nice. They stop his Timber Chain. Can they bring down Moon Manor? It's going to be a tough one, but they look to. He will just fly out for now, but Limp coming back in. Stops his blink. Oh, reflects it. Doesn't reflect the reflect, though, and he will just get out. We are going to go on Cheese Cam. It is still there.
the cheese cam.
It
I
is
was going to
indeed
ask you
still
after
there.
the fight, is the cheese still there?
And okay.
Would he have lived if he had that instead
I
of
was
the
gonna
Lotus?
say, yeah. Like, could Alchemist have lived with the cheese there?
I mean, shouldn't the Alchemist have the Aegis and the Cheese should have just been on Necro, right?
Yeah, that works too.
General.
I'm okay with both.
Just having a cheese would be pretty good
Yeah.
on this team. It feels like, I believe, is what we're saying.
It's underrated.
Shit, you can have the gold.
Yeah. Sell that. That's 500
Sell
gold,
it.
baby.
Hell yeah.
There we go.
Albatron words, they actually do no tower damage.
Yep,
Does
there-
Alchemist, did he give the Necro the eggs or what?
Oh,
That's a good question. I didn't hear it. He
Yeah, he's
did.
got it.
I didn't hear the sound Blitz
Nice.
made up. Radiant's Courier just got killed. It had the cheese.
Oh my
So they did forget, but it ends up going down on the chicken.
that cheese is cursed.
It really is. They're trying to win this King RD, though. He's back alive in 5 seconds. Moonmeander
That's tainted
up
cheese,
in
man.
front. Dire ends up actually just getting a tier 2
You
tower
can't end
here.
this game on Radiant. Like, you actually just can't end the game. I don't know how you ever end the game.
You have to kill them first.
Yeah, but, like, you're never killing them. Unless they deliver it to you like they did before.
So there is a chance.
Of course, it's just not in your hands, so that's the thing. Like, whenever I say the game's over, or
Yeah,
most
it's
people say it's
assuming a
over,
mistake
that
isn't
means the
being
team,
made.
yeah, that means the
Okay.
team that's behind is not in control of their own fate.
Gotcha. Okay, well, Crystallis looks like he's going for the Daedalus on Ritsu. What else? Any crazy items that could change this game for complexity? Are we pretty much just jacked out now? Just Aghanims for everyone.
Yeah, I mean, that just doesn't do enough, though. I think,
Oh.
as he's delivering
Nice.
Ags, the game is getting better for Dire. Like,
There's another
their items net worth is worth more. Who did he give it to? Shaman?
Good question.
Demon.
Yeah, he's
Shadow
a
Shadow
Demon,
Demon. Okay.
Dude, the SD break one's great.
What level is Shadow Demon?
I believe
15, I think I saw.
17, almost 18.
Okay, so you're still a ways from the big
Damage.
The Laguna Blade ults.
Yeah.
Oh, Limp, come on. We'll get
Does the
Thunder.
damage from his ult go through BKB? I don't think the damage
so.
does.
No.
It?
Pretty sure. it
The
does.
slow, you'll slow, but
I know the slow does.
Oh,
and
we
the
might
break
have a
does
fight
too.
here. They do jump forward. Oh my goodness, the Timbersaw's going to get instantly bursted. That's 2 minutes. He's going to have to buy back.
Disengage.
There's another stun from Limp. Oh god, he's getting critted down, but they disengage. They want to kill his shrine so they can't use it. They will. That is a buyback now. I believe Earth Spirit as well as the Timber already used theirs.
yeah. That buyback means you're committing. Plus, they use meta. Like, their timing's really weird now that they use that buyback. Because I think that if you don't buyback and you just disengage, Cole doesn't really want to fight there. If their Alk dies, the game just ends.
Looks like they will not do anything else with meta. Daedalus can be picked up by Terrorblade, saving for that buyback as well. Bottom, Tavo. Oh. The Arcanian, he's going to let him have it. Oh, he's going to let him save it for his team.
Yeah, this is the game of not risking things anymore.
For real, there is no risk going on
If
here.
Tavo goes in there, he dies because the Ember gets on top of him.
Oh.
And that was just Shadowblade usage. And he doesn't have buyback. And that's really... Let's just put up the buyback counter now, yeah?
Yeah, if you'd like that.
I was
I would.
enjoying the net worth. Thank you.
I was, well, you know what? We're going to fantasy. Alk's still carrying, doing a pretty damn good job. Ember right there, though. And it is going to be, only 2 buybacks. It is the 2 big cores on the side of Dire. No one on Radiant with one right now.
Yeah, no one's playing risky anymore. This is all about the buybacks.
I mean, we talked about how much is on the line in this best of 1. Complexity's out if they lose. Kookaburra most likely goes to the playoffs if they win.
Most likely, yeah. This is like the BO1 that pretty much means everything going into the playoff bracket.
Just in case there are people that were not paying attention, or they just got here, you know.
Yeah, hey.
What's up, guys?
Grant, Cap, Blitz, BSJ, just casting some sweet NA Dota. It has slowed down a bit since no one does want to make a mistake.
I'll be okay with chilling out until the buyback's up and you have Aghanims on both Timber as well as Ember Spirit.
BKB picked up by the Rasta now.
That's pretty scary because he just got his level 20 talent too.
Yep, Shackle's duration.
They don't
that
have
lasts
a
for a while.
Yeah, they don't have a save.
They can just kill them, I think.
Literally
Yeah,
Warlock Rock, but that's your savior in a lot of
It's
trouble.
basically like the Earth Spirit and Timbersaw have to be more careful with their positioning. They can't be like
Crazy.
diving in deep into the back line.
Is Terrorblade
They
25?
usually do.
No. Okay. It's a pretty big when he gets the Metamorphosis range. I think that's what he'll take.
If they lose this game, do any of the games matter anymore?
If Cole does?
Yeah. Doesn't that mean everything's at that point decided?
Pretty sure, yeah.
Black Sheep and
Black
Kookaburra.
Sheep, Kookaburra might matter.
Yep, it will. We are going to move forward. It will be Limp, though. Uh-oh, he's by himself. Whoa. Is he going to get found right here? He throws out a stun. He stuns himself, and, well, he's dead for 125 seconds. 2 minutes. This game might
done.
be over.
That's it.
No BKB at 40.
Dire Courier, okay. They lose the Daedalus for Ritsu.
He's got no
Tavo is cutting
buyback.
creeps.
Go, Tavo, go.
I mean, there's a bottom wave is the problem.
There is. They need to kill this siege unit, but they can't. It will just sit in there pounding. They might just go to end the game. You don't
They
even go
do
for
have a
Megas,
Dagon
right?
on the Necro. They have a Dagon.
They have to do some crazy play where they open up on the back line, and you can't kill the TB or the Ember because they've got buyback. You have to kill Moon somehow without using everything, and then have enough to fight after that to dissuade them from continuing to go high ground. That's
Okay,
the only
Cole.
way you can do it.
Just do that, Cole.
Just do that.
Well, they're moving forward. Hello, Adam. He will go down pretty easily right there, just outside the base. Kidrak will throw down that upheaval as well as the Fatal Bonds. This Necro can't even move right now, getting eaten alive by the side of Dire, and I think we are seeing the end of Complexity's TI9 run here. But maybe not. 60 seconds. Can they hold the base cap?
No.
Okay. As simple as that, friends.
No.
This seems to be
They're just
over.
gonna drone it.
Yeah, they are.
Oh,
Ritsu,
man,
he has
dude.
meta for about, he still has half it up. This game is just over. He is pounding into it. There is not much Radiant can do. Look at the Necro just standing there like, please, I'm trying, and he just gets melted alive. There's going to be the roar. Tavo tries to get out. They just hit the last tier 4. It goes down, and this seems to be the end of the game. Moon Meander tips Tavo. GG, well played, and well.
No, now with this, it's over now, because Black Sheep also has... Wait, no, they could still get 4 somehow. Yeah,
they get 2 games.
So it's
Yeah.
just, it comes down now to the Black Sheep Kuka
Yep.
for a game.
And you guys want to know what we are... Well, it's not Black Sheep, Kookaburra.
No,
they
it's
don't play.
Black Sheep, Cole,
Complexity.
and... So if they beat J-Storm or Cole, then the bracket continues.
Yes.
And if not,
It's
we have
over.
our 4.
Complexity is mathematically out.
They are
Yes.
out.
That's the real 0%.
Yes. And that hurts because I think all of us pretty much said in one, like the 1-2 order, doesn't matter which one, forward Complexity were kind of our favorites going into. And forward, they look good, but Complexity, they just, what happened? Like, let's talk about it. Like, did you not like their draft here, their play here? Like, what went wrong?
They have not looked
Like,
clean in any of the games we've watched.
Yeah. I think that their play is a bigger issue than their drafts. I feel like they're just being sloppier than they should be. They have like those they pick a lot of these drafts where if you make consecutive mistakes, the game just sort of ends. Like it's a high skill kind of like if you mess up, you just lose.
A lot of Limps heroes are like that, though. Alk, Lina, TA,
Tiny.
Tiny.
These like momentum based, like
Yes.
continue to get going kind of heroes.
And yeah, that's a rough one. Cap, you got any last words for Complexity before we toss it to? Well, I mean, we're going to see him next game. I should say we're saying goodbye to their tournament hopes,
Yes.
but not to them in the tournament.
We'll watch them play against Black Sheep.
Yes.
I was thinking about, did you guys ever see Miracle or Tavo really screw up? I can't remember.
I didn't see Tavo. Miracle,
Tavo
he was out
played
of
pretty well.
position a little bit, I think. In
There's
a
the
couple of team
Omni Knight
fights.
play where he showed in
Yeah.
lane, which was actually
Yeah,
a really
that
big
was a big
deal.
one.
That's true.
And I feel like, okay, I don't know how to word this because it's a weird thing to describe in Dota, but I never felt Tavo's presence in the games. I don't know if you know what I mean. Like,
No, I know what you mean.
there's
But
just a lot of offlaners where, like Moon Meander in that one game, for instance, where you're just like, even though they're losing, this guy's playing a really good game.
He's trying
the
to
Axe
carry
one,
him.
yeah.
So I never noticed
Yeah.
anything, but yeah, I never noticed anything particular that Tavo did wrong.
The way they drafted for Tavo, they weren't giving him like the flashy offlane heroes that
Isn't
make
that
like,
what he
big
normally
impacts.
plays, though?
Yeah, and that's what he usually plays.
So like maybe it's just a bad fit as a team. I
Could
don't
be.
know.
I think that this roster is weird because like it's like I said, the individual parts are there, but they actually feel like it makes everything worse by being together or something like that.
The sum is less than all the parts.
Yeah, it's really odd because most teams it should be the opposite. That's true, right? Like that DC squad that got second.
Yeah.
that
everything
sum was
just-
much greater than
Yeah,
its parts.
exactly. Especially at that phase of their careers, like everything
Mhm.
seemed like it was going to shit, and then they pulled it together. But this squad is like, it's hard to look good when your entire team just kind of looks
Meh.
meh.
No.
Yeah.
Well, we are going to take a quick break, and as you see down bottom, it is Complexity Gaming going against Black Sheep. Mason, if we got any K-Kona Mason fans in chat, spam for him. They still have a shot at making the playoffs. They do need to get this win, but we do have to have a short break before then, so stick around, and maybe you'll see me eating some tacos. I don't really know how we're going to do this, but I'm going to be stuffing my face either way.
I'm watching you either way.